Well, hello, Rockhouse, Lapidary lovers. Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to take on a project that I talked about in a previous video. Yeah, when I cleaned out our 16-inch Lortone Lapidary saw, and I'll put a link in the upper right here to the video where I did that, I said I wanted to try and recycle the oil I got out of it. Because oil's getting really expensive. All right, and it's like 27, 28 bucks a gallon as I'm making this video, and that's just kind of outrageous. So I'm going to try and recycle it. Try and clean it up and reuse it. So let me show you what's in this bucket here. I vacuumed the oil and rock debris out of the saw. Ugh, that all over me. With this little bucket head vacuum, and that left me with, oh, I don't know, maybe a gallon of goo down there. Get a good focus on it for you. I don't know if it's going to focus. But anyway, yeah, that is some reddish brown nasty stuff from cutting a lot of banded iron and red jasper and petrified wood and just whatnot. So I want to see if I can clean up this oil a little bit and recycle it. And it looks like there's a clear layer on top. Like the stuff is slowly settling over time. It's only been like 24 hours, not even, that it's been in this bucket. And it looks like it's settling. I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom in on that and see if you can see that clear layer forming right there. Anyway, so the stuff is slowly settling, which is nice. But I want to build a filtration system. So see if we can filter this oil and reuse it. And my buddy Jim, who is my mentor in all things lapidary, gave me some ideas along this way. So I think we're going to try and build a Jim style oil filtration system so we can reuse this oil. All right. So first thing I need to do is get another bucket and drill a hole in it. So let's go over to the lab bench and do that. All right, I've got another 5-gallon bucket here, and I need to drill a hole in it down here right at the bottom. And I think this is the perfect bucket for the job because it's cracked up at the top. It won't seal anymore. And I was about to throw it out, but I think I can use it for this process. So let me get a hole. Actually, I might be better off drilling it from the inside. There we are. Perfect. Right down at the very bottom so stuff can't pool in there. All right. Excellent. So next, I need a paper grocery bag. All right. So when you go to the grocery store, they ask you paper or plastic. You got to remember to say paper once. And get some paper grocery bags. These things come in really handy for lots of stuff, but according to my buddy Jim, they're perfect for filtering your used saw oil. You just got to make sure, look at it up against the light, it doesn't have any holes or tears in it. And be careful putting it in your bucket so you don't make any holes or tears. And get it in here. And this will become our filter to filter the used saw oil. All right. So now what I need to do is put this over something to catch the clean oil as it comes out this hole I just drilled, and dump our used saw oil in here so that it can get filtered. So let me find something to act as a catch basin. All right, here we go. I thought about using another bucket, but I figure if I get oil in these buckets, I'll never be able to use it for anything else. And, well, I use my buckets for other stuff. So I've got this old sort of Tupperware container here that the bucket can sit on. It'll drain down into it. This should hold a gallon or so, I'm thinking. So, all right. I think we are ready to give this a try and see how well Jim's idea works. Remember, if it doesn't work, it was Jim's idea, not mine. But I'm sure it will work. I don't see how it can't. And Jim's a pretty smart guy. So let me set this up in a different area and we will get the filtration started. Okay, so I think this is a good spot to set it up. This table has a slight tilt. I've set it up with a slight tilt, so everything tilts this way a little bit, so stuff should run out the tap hole there. So I got a feeling this is going to take quite a while. Oh yeah, there's a layer of nice clear oil on top. Pour that out. See how clear that is? But then immediately we get into the red stuff. I imagine if I'd let it sit for a week or two, it would have settled much better. But we'll see what happens here. Ugh, nasty. I'm just going to let this drain into the bag in the bucket. And we'll see if any starts coming out. I imagine sooner or later it's got to diffuse through the bag and start coming out. It's probably like, I don't know, tapping maple syrup. It may be slow. It may take a while. We'll see. See how long it takes to start dripping. Well, I got tired of waiting for the first drop to fall, and I went and had some lunch, gone for about a half hour. I come back, and the liquid is just pouring out of there. A drop every second or so, and we've got quite a pool of it in the Tupperware container, and it looks perfectly clear. It looks really, really nice. So I think this is working pretty good. Thanks, Jim. This is going to save me a boatload of money over time if I can recycle my saw oil, because I do get it really, really dirty. So as you can see by the stuff I poured into this filtration system, and here we are getting nice, clean oil out. Excellent. Excellent. I love it when a plan comes together. All right, so we'll just let this keep going for a little while and see how much clean oil we can get out of this. Well, since this is working so well, let me see if I can scoop some more of this oil-saturated goo out of this bucket and into the filter bucket. Ooh, splash. There's a lot of oil in this bucket. Take a while for it to come out a drop at a time. That's okay. As long as I get it. Alright. Thank you, Jim, buddy. This is working good. Alright. Probably about as good as I'm going to get that with a scraper. Alright. We'll just let it go. Check on it from time to time to make sure that the Tupperware thing doesn't fill up enough to overflowing, although that's going to take quite a while. And I don't know. Like I say, I think this will hold about a gallon. Well, maybe more than a gallon of liquid in there. I might have to empty that out before we're done, but that's okay. I've got some empty oil gallon jugs. I can just refill them with that and mark them as recycled oil. Perfect. All right, so we're just going to let this go for a while and see how it does. Yeah, the container is slowly filling up, one drip at a time. But that's okay. It could take days. It could take a week. I don't care. I don't change the oil in the saw that often. So yeah, this is great. I'm loving it. Alright, this is working really well. It's just really slow. I have moved it into an area that's more sheltered because it might rain later. And it was pretty exposed where it was. But it's been hours and it's still dripping away. And it's got a lot of dripping to go. I don't know how well you can see what's down in the bottom of the bag there, but there's still a lot of liquid in the bag and a lot of solids. But, you know, I can see this is going to take days, maybe a week, but that's okay. I don't care. It's working. Now, the liquid isn't perfectly clear. It does have a little bit of a yellowish color to it, but that's all right. Compared to what we're working with in here, a little bit of yellowish color is not really a problem in my mind. This is 99.99% better than what came out of the saw, and I'm pretty happy about that. So we're just going to let it run, probably overnight, and see where we are in the morning. I kind of doubt it's going to overtop before morning at the rate it's going. Well, it's the next day, the next morning, and this is still going strong. The drips are coming fast and furious. They're still, well, relatively speaking. I mean, this is clearly going to take a week or longer to get the bulk of the oil out of this, but that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this stuff off that I've collected already into one of my used oil containers. Well, there we go. There's my first bit of recycled oil right there, poured off, and we're still dripping. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is probably going to take a week or longer, there's still a lot of liquid down in this bag. It's got to filter through a drop at a time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this aside somewhere out of the way and let it do its thing, and just check on it periodically. Make sure it doesn't overtop the container. Dump off the liquid. Dump off the accumulated liquid into my recycled mineral oil jug here. And yeah, this is great. I'm loving it. Thanks for the idea, Jim. You the man. Alright, well, if you found this video at all interesting, educational, informative, inspirational, whatever, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to see my future videos. There will be more lapidary videos. Videos on rock hounding, rock cutting. I want to get into cabbing. That might come down the line. Check out my two other channels too, Electro Geek 64 and Omega Geek 64. There's good stuff going on there. You might find something that interests you. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching this one. A drip at a time. Bye.